welcome. It's Lydia Nikozawa here, and today we're going to be getting into some VTuber Newsy news. But before we do, please make sure to follow my other channels, Lydia VTuber Plays, Lydia Nikozawa Clips, and Lydia Nikozawa Cooks. I really need your help, so please support me. Nyaw, nyaw. Okay, on to our first piece of newsy news. This is posted on Sayu's Twitter/X. It's 11 a.m. in Shanghai. Wow, I'm such a morning person. Aha. Last night when I arrived, I got to see the metishon office and all the merch and awards they've won from the BiliBili side. Also, their 3D studio is insane. I didn't take pics because I wasn't sure if I was allowed to. So this is metishon. And you're like, oh, what is metishon? That sounds really interesting. So do you remember that people were speculating that Sayu was joining NOA Talent? NOA Talent, who are they owned by? Metishon. Isn't that interesting? It says, as an English division of the famous Chinese MCN called Metishon, NOA Talent focuses on discovering and nurturing virtual talents with global appeal. So, why would you be visiting Metishon if not joining NOA? I mean, like, I don't know. I guess, you know, I'll put my tinfoil hat on for this, but it seems like an interesting connection. You don't just happen to be in Shanghai. Like, you have to make the effort to go there. You know what I mean? We don't have instant transmission just yet, unfortunately. Anyways, there's more Sayu stuff. Sayu says, surprise coming, ... And this is a motion capture suit. So Sayu is working on something with mocap, which is going to be very interesting. So she went to Metishon and now wearing a mocap suit. Okay. However, not all things seem as bright and sunny as they appear. So this is on the Kurosanji subreddit, and this is posted by Hansitsbury15, and it says, looks like Sayu is struggling. Say, man, I truly wish that she can be happy. So this is a post on Twitter/X. So this was posted on July 25th. So she went to Metishon on the 22nd, and on the 25th, she's a little bummed. So let's read. So this is from her Twitter/X. It says, I'll be honest, I know I'm not even working as hard as I should or could be, but I'm so tired of trying. I honestly don't think I'll ever reach the happiness that I want. In our current world, we struggle so much for so little. I'm not someone who thinks it is worth it even half the time. So I really respect those who still struggle against the odds regardless. You're so strong. Honestly, it's something that I feel like maybe we're all feeling a little bit. The struggle so much for so little. I'm there with you, Sayu, honestly. So see, here's what some of the people on Reddit are saying. This person says, pure speculation though. I think her trip to Shanghai is not what she expected. The company she's going to be working with might hurt her again. The history of said company was dug up in this sub before, but OP retracted some of the statements regarding the CEO of the company, which is kind of weird. In my opinion, please do not work with Chinese companies. And I myself am Chinese. This person says, very relatable. Once you experience constant mistreatment, whether it's at school or at a workplace, it will haunt your dreams for a long time, constantly reminding you and fueling imposter syndrome, making it hard to stay motivated for things you want to accomplish. I 100% agree with this. Yeah, wow. As someone who suffers with imposter syndrome myself, it's terrible. This person says, I feel for her. Anyone would feel super down after what she's been through. Put the stresses of being a relatively major content creator on top, and of course she would struggle, and so do many people. However, since this day, Sayu has posted an update. So this is her update. Holy moly, thank you guys for your support and kind words. And I'm sorry that new issues and rough patches come up even still. I'll explain more on stream later tonight around 8ish, but I've been trying so hard to make things work with what opportunities I have, and so much has gone poorly outside of my control or requested advice. It's just very frustrating, and it makes me feel like I'm not capable of being anything more than, quote, stuck in bad situations. I want to keep fighting. I'm horrible at marketing things in an appealing way or doing things that are a, quote, viral style. But I have so many silly and fun ideas that I want to show you all. I've been holding myself back a lot for fear of I should properly plan this out and to get the best result. And to be honest, I'm not good at planning, so I procrastinate and never do it. Enough of that. Stuff's getting real. So yeah, I can completely agree. Like, if you're someone who is a perfectionist, you want to make sure that you plan out every single detail from beginning to last. However, sometimes things happen that you don't even anticipate could be a problem. So a lot of times the best course of action is to just do. And even if you goof and even if you get scuffed, sometimes things like that just happen. So Sayu says, you guys save me every day. I'm honored if I can do any little thing for you guys back. Thank you for being my heart and soul. It's so sweet. So sweet. Sayu, wishing you all the best. I hope whatever happens, I hope everything works out well for you. So yes, fingers crossed for Sayu. Nyang, nyang. All right, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Shylily. She is a female independent VTuber from Germany based in the Netherlands. So she's very popular, very sweet, non-problematic person. Okay, so why are we talking about Shylily today? Well, something is happening, not just for Shylily, but a lot of VTubers are having the same problem. So let's get into it. So this person is Pierre. This is their post on Twitter/X saying, YouTube deleted my channel Shylily Clips for impersonation. 2+ years of work gone in the blink of an eye. It was specified everywhere that this channel was not run by her, in the channel bio and in every video's description. I've sent an appeal and now I'm waiting. This is crazy. So YouTube says, hi Pierre, we've reviewed your content and found severe or repeated violations of our impersonation policy. So we've seen this before, other VTubers who are having the same problem. This is quote unquote impersonation policy. Because of this, we've removed your channel from YouTube. We know that this is probably very upsetting news, but it is our job to make sure that YouTube is a safe place for all. Some of the things that are on YouTube, I mean, I cast doubt, but okay. Shylily has replied to this tweet saying, hello Team YouTube. Please give Just Pierre his channel back as he works for me and is not impersonating me. Here is his YouTube channel link. So if we try and click on these, dead. His channel is removed because it violated our community guidelines. Excuse me? Legal Mindset says, this clearly merits human reviewed YouTube. Seriously. This is so stupid. I hate that YouTube has turned into this kind of, you have to publicly shame them in order to actually get a response from a human being. This is so stupid. Why is, in this day and age, why is this still a thing? This was in response to Pierre. Necrolina says, the same thing happened to my clip channel, and I was the one running it. I sent them proof that it was me, and they still rejected it, and the channel was deleted. Like, how ridiculous. Like, I mean, like, guys, like, I even have a clips channel. Like, this is very problematic. This is not cool. This person says, what was the reason they gave? Curious to know, because from what I'm hearing, it seems like people are getting different reasons for bans on their clips channel getting banned. And Necrolina says the same reason as Pierre, for impersonation and stealing someone else's content. And then this person says, I see. Other one I've heard of was demonetizing Garzin because by YouTube's claims, again, from what I've heard, that clips are promotional and violate YouTube's policy somehow, as well as supposedly being, quote, reused content despite Garzin doing translation and editing for the clips he made. This is really bad, guys. This is something that's a little bit more prevalent now. We're seeing a lot of clip channels get deleted, and clip channels are super important. This is a tweet from Rima, and Rima just kind of puts it perfectly into words. It says, I recently made a video on my second channel on how YouTube was cracking down on clips channel. This is especially alarming for the VTuber sphere, where we depend on clippers to support our ecosystem. Absolutely, 100%. Not only do they help popularize our favorite streamers through digestible content, but there is foreign content we simply could not consume unless they were translated. I really hope YouTube reverts this awful change, especially if the clips channel themselves are officially affiliated and given permission by the VTubers themselves. Please, Team YouTube, restore Shylily's clip channel. Yeah, this is absolutely ridiculous. The thing is, like, when people take clips and they translate them and they give them subtitles, that to me, I consider to be transformative and therefore not a violation of what YouTube's rules are, right? A lot of these clippers we have to thank for having, you know, like Hololive in particular relies heavily on foreign clippers too, because there's just some things that, like, you know, due to time differences we don't see, due to language differences we don't see. So clippers are extremely important in the VTuber sphere. It's disgusting that YouTube is treating them this way, especially if you're an employee of the VTuber. It makes no sense. Like, this is just horrible. YouTube is like, it's created its own problem because YouTube, the YouTube algorithm, it demands to be fed all the time. So in doing so, people who want to be successful on YouTube are constantly having to create content. However, YouTube does not have the workforce to actually be able to look through everything that they're demanding. They're like, well, you must feed the machine. So they're like, okay, whatever, we'll just put AI on this task. But AI is very flawed. This is a problem we're going to run into because huge companies like this, instead of actually hiring people, instead of having butts in seats, they're like, we'll just get an AI to do it. AI is not perfect. And it will never be perfect. There are some things that just fall outside of like the black and white, and they come into the gray area where a machine who relies solely on logic cannot comprehend. So it's really sick and it's really disgusting that these corporations who have the money to hire people simply don't. They would rather just you have your channel completely deleted, all of your hard work, all of your years of you know, content gone without even a warning. This is like the worst part. Like it's so annoying that YouTube does not have a worthy competitor, because if they did, then maybe they would actually be like, oh, you know, hey, we got to treat our content creators better. Because YouTube has that monopoly over this video content, they feel that they don't have to provide anything over and above what they already do. No customer service, no like nothing. Like the plaque isn't even made out of like wood. It's made out of particle board. It's ridiculous, right? So anyways, this is very concerning for the VTuber community, okay? Because clippers are so important to our ecosystem, and YouTube needs to get their act together. This is not okay. The only protections that you have as a content creator is to stream on multiple platforms. And I know it's super annoying and I know it's terrible. Me, myself, I know I don't do it either, but like I really need to, because a lot of times AI can just goof up sometimes. I mean, like I showed my mouse pad. I showed my mouse pad on, and Twitch had flagged it as inappropriate content and deleted my VOD. So like it's stupid. It's stupid and it's very flawed. And the only protections that we have is to just restream on other platforms as well. Just letting you know that this is something that's happening. Clippers in the VTuber community, like not all heroes wear capes, man. You guys are incredible. Please keep doing what you're doing. Okay, on to our next piece of newsy news. This is posted on the virtual YouTuber subreddit, and this is posted by Danganronpa05. It says, VTuber Ruby Vox has been giving a warning on her Twitch account. Bro, what? Twitch support for what? Content classification, sexual themes. I've had this one before. This one's ridiculous. Some types of content do not violate our community guidelines, but are not appropriate for all Twitch users. In order to help viewers make informed decisions about the content they watch, we require streamers to apply appropriate content classification labels to their channels when the stream includes anything of the following: mature-rated games, sexual themes, intoxication, excessive tobacco use, violent and graphic depictions, gambling, significant profanity, or vulgarity. We are writing to inform you that we reviewed one of your recent streams and have applied a sexual themes content classification label. This label is not a suspension of your account. However, if you repeatedly fail to use the appropriate classification when needed, the correct label will be applied to your account for a set period of time. This period of time may increase with each instance of missing or incorrect labeling. Read our classification policy. Where on the violation? On the streamer VOD. They don't give you a timestamp. It's so annoying. Here's like, okay, like, yes, which one? What day? Like, please let me know. It's so ridiculous. Like, I got this for showing my mouse pad. Like, Twitch is ridiculous. So here it says, honestly, I didn't even know Twitch had a warning system. I just thought they did random bans without explanation. They also do that too. Why is Twitch so biased against VTubers? Do they got something against them or something? Right? Like, I feel like so many... I've had this too. It's stupid. I run a pretty family-friendly Twitch stream, and I've even gotten this before. Genuinely, what WTF is going on with both YouTube and Twitch targeting VTubers nowadays? It certainly feels that way, doesn't it? Twitch rules are the most inconsistent thing on the planet. Sexual themes... Twitch, you allow sexual content. Source: the fact that when I'm randomly browsing, I can see warnings like may contain sexual themes directly on the stream. I've seen one person who literally had a fetish as one of their tags in the title. Twitch rules are garbage. Crazy the people defending this warning. The effing owner of Twitch has almost all of his followers on channels of women with skimpy clothing calling people daddy. They do not give an F. It's true. It's true. It's absolutely ridiculous. the double standards here is out of control. Absolutely out of control. Twitch, get a hold of yourself. A mouse pad is not a sexual thing. Please. All right. On to our next piece of newsy news. So this is posted on Twitter/X. This is a little bit troubling, and this is something that maybe all of you should consider looking into on Twitter/X. So this person says, Twitter just activated a setting by default for everyone that gives them the right to use your data to train Grok. And you're like, what the hell is Grok? Grok is this thing right over here. I've never even looked at this, but it's right over here. They never announced it. You can disable this using the web, but it is hidden. You can't disable using the mobile app. So you have to go actually on a computer, on a web browser. And I even checked. Mine has it too. So if you click this link here, this is the direct link to your settings here. So data sharing. It says, allow your posts as well as your interactions, inputs, and results with Grok to be used for training and fine-tuning. Absolutely not. Unclick. This is ridiculous. But yeah, I can't believe it. So everyone, please check your Twitter/X just to make sure that you don't have data sharing on, because Grok is trying to learn. Anyways, the fact that they just quietly implemented this is very concerning. So make sure you have that checked off. Okay? All right, excellent. I'm glad we all had this talk. On to our next piece of newsy news. This is Fulgar Ovid. Fulgar Ovid is a male English virtual YouTuber affiliated with NIJISANJI EN's Fifth Wave Nox. On this channel, I've never really talked about this person. They're not problematic. However, this is an interesting clip talking about someone that they used to work with. So let's maybe give it a listen.
Such a good line. Holy shit. Who? Now, I can still hear the Selen in that. Don't get me wrong. Because she has such a unique voice as it is. Especially when she like started singing. Like, especially when she did like Disney cover songs. Oh, God. Gotta miss the laugh. The laugh was amazing.
Aww. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? So if you remember, Selen became Dokibird. So there's still people at NIJISANJI who remember her fondly. So that's really nice. I thought that I would share that with you guys because you're like, oh, okay. See? Not problematic. Problematic company, but not problematic person. Excellent. All right, on to our next piece of newsy news. Speaking of Doki, this is posted on Doki's Twitter/X account, and she says, HK Dragoons, this is my schedule for the weekend at ACGHK. There will also be super limited Hong Kong themed merch at booth F36, and if you buy a merch bundle, you get a meet and greet. Damn, that's a good deal. The merch might be available later for overseas Dragoons. Aw, so sweet. Like, look at this. Look at, okay, that's incredible. That looks really cool. Wow. That looks like thick and like good quality too. This I thought was the coolest. It looks like an Instagram post, but like in real life, it's tangible. It's neat. And then this is, you get a little bag. You get a Doki bag. And then look at this. So that's really excellent. Wow, 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 wow. All right, on to our next piece of newsy news. Speaking of merch, this is new merch for Vshojo. So this is Infinity, and this is their Twitter/X account. And it says Vshojo Series 1 IronMouse, Haruka, Zentreya, and Novelty Kit now live. Available while supplies last. Fulfillment starts mid-August. That's cute. Wow. That's cute. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Wow, very cool. That looks really neat. Da-da-da-da. Oh, big thank you. Oh, these are all the people who've gotten it and are just in love with their new keyboards. So that is absolutely incredible. Yay! All right, so if you're a fan of Vshojo, consider checking out these keyboards. All right, on to our next piece of newsy news. This is a post on Twitter for IronMouse. IronMouse is doing a little dance with Mori Calliope. And Mori says, finally dancing together with my Oshi. Is this a dream come true? So I believe that they have made IronMouse maybe a little bit taller for this because I know she's generally a little bit smaller. But anyways, I just thought this is really cute. The outfits are incredible. The music's great. I have it muted currently just because I don't want to get copyright striked. But yeah, anyways, look at this. How incredible is that? Yay, you finally collabing with the Oshi. That's really awesome. A very exciting collab with IronMouse and Mori Calliope. So go check that out. All right, on to our next piece of newsy news. This one's a little bit, I'm just going to do a basic overview. There's a lot more that you can look at And it is very troubling. Just wanted to let you know, this is kind of what's happening in like the IRL YouTube news. This is a tweet from MR.BEAST. Okay, so let's take a look. MR.BEAST says, over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. So if you don't know, Ava Tyson is one of the people who is on MR.BEAST's channel. And it says, during that time, I have been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with MR.BEAST. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further actions based on their findings. So, what the allegations towards Ava are very troubling. There's a mega thread on Reddit that is dedicated just to this entire topic. I'm interested to see what MR.BEAST's investigators will find, and especially since, like, you know, they're paid, probably will have a lot more access to things that maybe people on the internet might not have. So anyways, we will see what happens there, but the accusations are very troubling, and I highly recommend you go seek them out yourself if you are curious about what is happening here. On to our next piece of news. Speaking of problematic IRL YouTubers, this is Boogie2988. So you'll remember Boogie had done an oopsie by faking that he had cancer, tricking his fan base into buying a crypto coin. Long story short, he has now tattooed the word liar on his face. So Boogie says, nothing will ever make up for the BS I pulled, but I hope this makes some of you feel a little better. So I don't think that makes anyone feel better, but I mean, like, so he did this tattoo live on the Lol Cows podcast. He went to like a tattoo studio and they had it live on stream. So Boogie, man is so, I don't even know what to say, honestly. Boogie was the quote-unquote Mr. Rogers of the internet, but how the mighty have fallen. What he's done is very troubling. If you haven't seen his documentary, I highly recommend watching that because it'll give you a full understanding of what's happened with this content creator and how he has transformed in a way that is not pleasant. Now the whole world knows that he's a liar, and he'll have liar tattooed on his face until, I guess, it's not cool anymore and he gets it laser removed. Anyways, what he did was not very nice. That is the end of the VTuber and YouTuber newsy news. I do have someone today for the VTuber Spotlight. This is LimeJelloMonster. They are a slime VTuber. And this is their Twitter/X account. This is their Twitch. In Lime's About Me section, it says, "Hi, my name is Lime. I'm a Canadian level 1 enemy slime that decided I didn't want to be an enemy anymore. I figured the best way to make friends was to become Jello." So I thought it's really cute. They have a very adorable avatar. And I really love the concept of just being like, yeah, I'm just made of Jello for no reason. Anyways, but here is a funny clip.
What is Riz? Something you should see a doctor about. If your Riz lasts more than 4 hours, you should go to
So cute. Anyways, yeah, I'm always happy to shout out other Canadian content creators. So yes, so please check out LimeJelloMonster on Twitter and on Twitch. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the VTuber news. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to this channel, as well as Lydia VTuber Plays, Lydia Nekozawa Clips, and Lydia Nekozawa Cooks. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day. Take care. Mwah! Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching the video. Shout out to my patrons that help make these videos possible. If you want to help support the channel, you can always join me at Patreon, subscribe to me on Twitch, or become a member on YouTube. I also have links to merch in the description below. As always, I appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah!